Wisconsin and Nebraska have been ravaged by floodwaters over the weekend. Last week's bomb cyclone left a lot of precipitation south of the border, which spells trouble between Lake Winnipeg and Emerson.
As far as along the Red River, the north, I can say that there will be flooding along the main stem.
When asked if spring flooding will look as bad as 1997 along the Red River Valley, hydrologist Corey Loveland says it's still up in the air, and he means that literally.
What we really don't want is 50 and 60 degree temperatures, and generally like 2 or 3 days of that. Then that would be the worst case. And if you threw rain on top of that, then that would be the worst case scenario.
The United States National Weather Service's latest numbers indicate there's a high risk of major flooding along the Red River at Fargo-Moorhead, Grand Forks, and Pembina. That puts infrastructure at risk. Loveland says the cyclone left a lot of rain down south and the ground frost stopped it from soaking into the soil. This added precipitation to the snowpack. The soil's moisture levels in the area of the U.S. are also high because of a wet summer and fall in 2018. Over the winter, Grand Forks got 120 centimeters of snowfall over their average of 109. And Fargo saw 146 centimeters over their usual 118. The Manitoba government issued a news release this afternoon addressing these U.S. storms. The Hydrologic Forecast Center's updated flood forecast suggests a Red River flood of a magnitude higher than 2009, with normal or average weather conditions. With favorable, cooler weather, the flood forecast at this stage indicates the red would rise to 2011 levels. With unfavorable, fast melt weather conditions, that increases by almost 1 foot at Emerson, up to 1.5 feet more near St. Agathe, and reaching 22 feet at James Avenue in the city of Winnipeg. Winnipeg received 6 more centimeters than average snowfall this winter and will see temps around +10 later in the week, meaning local weather is not helping the cause. WeatherLogic's chief scientist Scott Kaler says there are 2 positives Manitoba didn't have during the past floods that can at least begin to mitigate some of the predicted flood heading north.
Our soil moisture is not as saturated as what we've seen in previous years. We know that the past couple summers in the Red River Valley have been fairly dry, and so our soil does have some ability to absorb moisture. As well, because of the lower amounts of precipitation the last couple seasons, we are also seeing river levels a little bit lower than they normally might be. The 2 factors aren't completely going to cancel each other out, but there are some positives in the outlook too that maybe weren't in place in some of the last major floods like the 2009 and 97 floods.
There definitely is a great degree of uncertainty, and I think the biggest uncertainty is, like you said, the future weather pattern. That is the wild card.
In Winnipeg, Mike Albanese, City News.